All right, let's get straight into it. We are tackling one of the biggest questions for any serious safety professional: OSHA, IOSH, or NEBOSH. Today, we're going to figure out which one is the right strategic move for your career. Okay, let's get right to the heart of the matter. You're trying to build a real career here, right? You need to know which of these qualifications is more than just a piece of paper. Which one is a key that unlocks real power, opens up new opportunities, and, let's be honest, leads to a better salary. But here is the very first thing you have to understand, and it's absolutely crucial. This isn't a simple contest of which one is best. These three titans of the safety world, they operate in completely different universes. You could say OSHA is the law, IOSH is the professional club, and NEBOSH is the global university. Choosing the right one is all about your personal career strategy. So, here's how we're going to break it all down for you. We'll start with OSHA and its role in the US. Then we'll jump over to the IOSH community, and after that, the global standard that is NEBOSH. We're going to put them head-to-head, look at salary, career impact, the whole deal. And by the end, we'll get to a critical truth that goes beyond any certificate you can earn. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. In the United States, pretty much all safety conversations start with one name: OSHA. And it's not just some training provider. In the US, it is the law. So, what is OSHA? It's the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It's a full-blown US federal agency. Their job is to create safety rules, and here's the most important part: to enforce them. They have legal teeth. This isn't a voluntary board, it's a regulator. Now, when you hear someone say they got their OSHA, they're probably talking about the 10-hour or 30-hour training programs. And the goal of these programs is super simple: make sure you comply with US law. OSHA has the authority to walk onto a work site, do an inspection, and hand out fines. Their focus is laser sharp on the US, teaching people how to spot hazards and prevent accidents on American soil. Here's the best way to think about it. An OSHA card is like your driver's license. In the US, you absolutely need it to get on the road, or in this case, the job site. But just having a driver's license doesn't make you a Formula One champion, right? It's the essential baseline, the ticket you need just to get in the door. Okay, so if OSHA is the rulebook, let's move on to our second player. Think of IOSH as the professional guild. It's a community that's all about advancing your career for the long haul. IOSH, or the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health, is totally different. It's a UK-based professional body. It doesn't write laws, it doesn't issue fines. Its power comes from its reputation as a leading organization for safety professionals. It's not about meeting a legal minimum, it's about building a professional identity. Now, IOSH is famous for its practical courses, like Managing Safely, which are great for managers who need to bring safety into their leadership. But the real heart of IOSH is what's called Continuous Professional Development, or CPD. The biggest benefit isn't just a course certificate. It's about earning professional recognition, networking with your peers, and committing to a lifetime of learning. It fits perfectly in corporate systems with a UK or Commonwealth influence. And what's really cool is how IOSH maps out a whole career journey for you. Anyone can start as an affiliate member. But then, as you get qualifications and on-the-job experience, you move up the ladder to technical member, then certified member, and the very top, that's achieving chartered status, CMIOSH, which is a mark of expertise recognized all over the world. It's a clear, structured path to the top of the profession. And that brings us to the third pillar, NEBOSH. Okay, so if OSHA is the law and IOSH is the professional body, then NEBOSH is the academic gold standard for health and safety professionals who want to work anywhere in the world. So NEBOSH stands for the National Examination Board in Occupational Safety and Health. And here's a super important distinction. It's not a government agency, and it's not a membership club. It's an independent examination board. NEBOSH doesn't actually teach the courses itself. It sets an incredibly high global standard, and then accredited partners teach to that standard. Its most famous qualifications are the International General Certificate, the IGC, and the very prestigious diploma. But what really makes NEBOSH stand out is the toughness of its exams. We're talking complex, open-book exams based on real-world scenarios, plus practical risk assessments. They test your ability to apply what you know, not just spit back facts. It's recognized in over 130 countries, and for good reason. It's widely seen as being equivalent to a university-level education in safety. Okay, so we know who they are individually. Now for the fun part. Let's put them side by side. This is where you can really start to see which one fits your personal career strategy. This table really says it all, doesn't it? Just look at the top line. Government agency, membership body, examination board. You can see right away they are fundamentally different things. Their whole philosophies are different too. Compliance versus leadership versus pure competence. And their global position tells the story. OSHA is for the US, IOSH is for the global network, and NEBOSH is the global benchmark. So let's talk about power, specifically geographical power. It could not be clearer. If your plan is to work in the United States, getting an OSHA card is absolutely non-negotiable. It's your passport to any worksite. But if your dream is to work internationally, to be an expat professional in the Middle East, Europe, or Asia, then NEBOSH is the high-value currency that everyone recognizes. And that geography has a direct impact on your career. An OSHA card opens the door to a job site in the US. A NEBOSH certificate, on the other hand, opens the door to a management job with a global giant like Shell or Siemens, especially in that booming Gulf market. They are keys, but they unlock completely different doors. Okay, let's get to the question I know is on everyone's mind: money, salary. And we're going to start with just one number to get your attention. In the UAE, a senior safety professional with the right experience and, crucially, the right qualifications can be looking at a monthly salary of over 25,000 dirhams. The right piece of paper can be very, very valuable. And this chart makes the point even more clearly. Let's look at the Saudi market. Someone with an OSHA 30 card might be starting out around 3,000 to 4,000 riyals a month. Not bad. But look at the NEBOSH IGC holder. That's the entry-level professional qualification. They're starting at 6,000 riyals or even more. The market is telling you something loud and clear. The investment in that tougher, internationally recognized qualification pays off immediately. So, with all that in mind, what does this mean for you personally? Let's get really specific and break down who should choose what. Okay, here it is. You should choose OSHA if your career is going to be in the United States, period. If you're in US construction or manufacturing and your job is all about compliance with the law, OSHA is your foundation. It's the fastest and most direct way to get the credential you need to walk onto a site. Now, you should choose IOSH if your focus is more on your professional identity and growing as a leader. If you want that recognition that comes from being part of a professional body, if you want to network, and if your long-term goal is to become a chartered professional, then IOSH gives you the perfect roadmap for that journey. And finally, you choose NEBOSH if your ambitions are global. If you're gunning for those high-paying international jobs, if you want that deep academic proof of your expertise, and if you are serious about building a long-term, high-level career as an HSE professional, then NEBOSH is, without a doubt, the strategic choice. But hang on, before you run off and sign up for a course, we need to talk about one last thing. This is the stuff nobody puts in the brochure. This is the mentor advice, the truth that exists beyond the classroom. And here it is, the absolute bottom line. A certificate will get you the interview. Your performance is what gets you the promotion. No piece of paper in the world, no matter how impressive, can ever replace real-world competence. Your qualification is the starting line, not the finish line. Because when it's time to move up to a senior role, I promise you, employers are looking for more. They want to see your hands-on, practical experience. They want to know, can you handle a crisis? They are judging your communication skills, your leadership. They're looking for strategic thinkers, not just people who are good at collecting certificates. So, what do you do now? Where do you go from here? Let's build a simple, clear action plan. It really is this simple. 4 steps. First, be brutally honest with yourself. Where do you want to work? Is it Ohio or is it Oman? Second, go online right now and search for real job openings in that exact market. See what companies are actually asking for. Third, pick the certification that matches those real-world requirements. And fourth, and this is the most important, never ever stop building your practical experience. The certificate and the experience have to grow together. Look, the most powerful careers are built on a solid strategy that combines the right qualification with relentless real-world experience. If you want more honest, no-nonsense guidance to help you build that career anywhere in the world, make sure you subscribe to HSE Study.